Hi, I'm Ernest.
And I'm Renee.
And we're here to just talk about some of the issues that's going on in our society on today. And we really want to talk about a lot of the things that's going on with the pandemic, with all the George Floyd things that's going on, the Breonna Taylor's that's going on, the things that's going on down in Atlanta. So we really want to just kind of talk to you guys and give you guys an opportunity to see and maybe hear what other people are thinking and talking about just in our community. So one thing we want to do is touch on the timeline. This started around, was it March?
Yeah, like March
time frame. And I believe I don't think the kids coming back from winter break was even thinking about not going back to school.
Yeah.
They were ready for the prom. They were ready for the rain dances they have, the different eighth grade dance. They were getting ready for their fifth grade graduations, the eighth grade graduation. All of those things that our kids were looking forward to, it was all taken away from them. And that's how they look at it. It was taken away from them. And some of the kids really fell into like a depression, almost, because their structure, that was their structure for a lot of them. And they didn't know what to do. You're looking at March time frame, you're looking at spring breaks getting ready to come up. Spring break, you missed out on your spring break. You had your winter break, but it's cold. Who does a whole lot during winter break, But spring break is the time that you go out to the beach and different things like that. You start going out and starts getting warm.
And so, we've just been processing internally in ourselves. And so, we thought it would be good to just, like I said, give another perspective on it. And so imagine it, for some people that have the school age children and really have now been having to be creative with homeschooling. I mean, parents became homeschoolers like all overnight.
That's tough because you had to become a teacher.
So I mean the math, and from what we're understanding, the math nowadays is not like
I have hard enough time with fifth grade math. You talking about this, you talking about sixth and seventh grade, this algebra and all that stuff. It really has changed from when we were in school.
And then they have to show the work, so it's not like they can just produce the problem without showing the work. And then so parents that are striving to help their children, looking for tutoring resources, looking for, and another thing that I did not notice or I had not heard of was food insecurity.
Oh, yes.
I had not heard of food insecurity and realizing that these children, some of them, reality says some of them were getting their meals from school.
Yes, I worked in the schools for a long time, say about from 2006 to 2013, and I learned it then that a lot of kids came for breakfast and their lunch, and a lot of times they ate as much as they could at lunchtime because they didn't know what they were going to eat at home.
The next meal.
So just imagine that was even taken away from them, and parents are forced to not only have to teach kids, but have to figure out, what am I going to do to feed my child 3 meals a day? They were scraping and scratching for 1 meal. Now they have to do 3 meals unless you're going to have your child at home starving. So it's hard, to even think of it. And just think of the anxiety that comes with it, because you look at the anxiety that comes with that. Plus, you're looking at toilet paper shortage.
Wait a minute, stop
pandemic
to
pandemic.
Because y'all, we done had about 5 pandemics within the pandemic. So we had the pandemic of the virus or the virus within the pandemic. Then we had the toilet paper pandemic. So talk about anxiety. When you go I remember the first Thursday before they started talking about this, I was in a class and I heard classmates talking about, you better get toilet paper because people are getting toilet paper. And sure enough, I went to the BJ's and people were like, the toilet paper was off the shelves. And, talk about anxiety of not knowing toilet paper.
In that, just think about it. My first question was, why toilet paper? What is it about toilet paper that made people have to get it? It was something that was going to be continuing, but I guess they figured, my child's at home, I'm at home now, my husband's at home, And, you know, some folks have 5 or 6 kids, you know, so that's more and more toilet paper that's needed.
It was a real thing. It was a real thing. But I think what caused the shortage of it is because in the beginning, people were like hoarding, you know, because they were thinking, we ain't going to be able to have nothing. Yes. So we got to, you know, stockpile it now. Right. So when we talk about anxiety, when we get back to that, because anxiety we know is a real thing, right? And so, you know, I always say anxiety is a thing, but it don't have to be my thing.
That's right.
You know, and so in order to ease that anxiety, because anxiety is really talking about something that may not even happen.
Right.
So, but we know anxiety has been real, you know, in these streets with this pandemic.
It's been a struggle. And the thing is, you know, my thing is, I'm concerned, but I'm not consumed.
Right.
So I can't be so consumed by what I see on the media and what I'm hearing from whether it's from the president, from Fauci, whatever, whoever it may be that's talking. You know, I can't be so consumed by what they're saying that they're controlling my every move. So I'm afraid to go outside.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's another thing that we got to be so cautious about, y'all, is being careful of the intake of the media, of the news, of the you know, just the stories. And what I realized about that, even watching the news, I noticed this one day, that I was watching the news and I noticed for about 2 days straight, they were showing the same news I had seen last week.
Same video.
Yeah, same video. So I'm like, wait a minute. That already happened a week ago, but they're just they keep showing it. So it's almost like that feeding, you know, if I could say the spirit of anxiety. It's like they're feeding on that. So, you know, we do have to be cautious of everything we take in, and not saying, you know, because I can get a conspiracy theory. You know, I get conspiracy.
Yeah, we're not going. That's for another channel. That's for another channel. But we just want to really
dive into these topics
and really try to be the voice for the people and just what we're hearing from them, and just hearing and trying to understand why is it happening. You know, how are we going to make it through this? And
spreading some encouragement. That's really because people need encouragement. We all could use a whole lot of encouragement right now. So y'all, this is good, and we're just going to keep, you know, inviting you into our talks, and as we just expose things, and we just want real talk. So we're talking down to earth. Right. And so we're going to come back. We got a part 2 to this, but we also just want to let you all know that we are leaders. Our church is On Purpose Ministries. We're located in Hampton, Virginia, 2813 West Mercury Boulevard. And we've been doing a lot of creative things during this pandemic. So we're going to tell y'all more about that as we come back. With these shows, we're going to tell you more about that. But we got some great things coming up, and everybody has had to be creative in these times.
You know, we've got our small groups on Wednesday nights.
We got our small groups. Men's on the first.
Men's first Wednesday.
Marriage Matters on the second
Wednesday. Then you had the
Virtuous Women. We got 2 groups for that. We got a young adult version, and then that's 18 to 30, and then we have a 30 and up version for the young people. And then our youth, Kingdom Culture Youth Ministry, they're gearing up for their small groups, which is going to be like a kickback for the kids to come and just be able to release some of that stress of being at home. You know, so we just want to invite you all to that and just connect in with these conversations and get some encouragement, because we all need it.
That is big, because we are trying to make sure that you have an outlet. So if you need an outlet, you just need something to do. Saturday mornings, 10:30 at 2813 West Mercury Boulevard. We open up with the blowing of the shofar. And we're looking to have a high time in Jesus' name. And y'all come out, and it's real talk. It's applicable word, so that when you leave out and Sunday through the next Saturday, you can have something that you can apply to your life. It's meat that's going to stick to your bones.
We like to say real ministry.
Meeting real needs.
So we're gonna continue up on this, because it's a lot that we can talk about. I tell you, we really could not exhaust all these different topics that have came out of. So,
well, just remember, On Purpose Ministries, Kingdom Purpose People. See you later.